Hey everyone, here is my ePortfolio for ETD 624. My name is Jeremy Barber, and I'm going to show you around my website. So first up is my About Me. Just here's the home page, a little snippet of who I am, what I've been doing for the past couple years, and then there are some buttons to teaching and coaching, or you can use the subcategories from the drop-down menu. So here is the teaching about me, just included a little picture from my classroom, and then here's my history, which can also be found in my resume, but this goes into a little bit more detail of what I've done since I've graduated from Grand Valley. So I started off with half a year at Fitzgerald, 2 years at Fraser High School, and now I'm in my second year in Birmingham Seaholm, and I've taught anything from Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2 to recovery classes as well. And then I add a little recent news. Here at Seaholm High School, I'm the coordinator of the KOM program. It's a kickoff mentoring program where freshmen are paired with upperclassmen to make the transition through high school a more enjoyable time. After that, I have my coaching page. I coach high school softball. I'll be entering my 5th year coaching high school softball, and I've also coached a year of high school soccer. Sports are a big part of my life, so I love to share the moments with my students and my athletes. After that, I have what qualifies my qualifications as an educator and as a technology guru. So I've listed things like my resume, certifications, PD I've attended, and some accomplishments. And once again, you can hit the buttons or you can do the drop-down links. So I've even included a downloadable version of my resume in case I want to print it off. So here's my updated resume. Still working on my master's. I've also included letter of recommendations from former athletic directors, former principal of a former school I worked at, as well as department chair. Here's my certification. Just my cert in math, high school math, and here is my professional development I've attended. So for 2 years I went through the Project Prime. It was a 3-year program that focused on Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2. It was a 6 period workshop that was 7 hours every time. And in the end, we did a field study for Algebra 2. I've also attended some New Teacher Academy workshops, and then Mathematics Technology Day that Macomb County held a few years ago. And then lastly, some accomplishments that I'm proud of. Like I said earlier, the KOM, my evaluation, my effective ratings that I'm an effective teacher. And then also at my former school, I was the Blackboard leader for our department. Mainly because I knew how to use Blackboard. I'd used it before, and because most of my teachers knew I was pretty good at technology. After that, I have my technology category. It includes stuff from like my research paper we just got done writing, technology I've used in the classroom, my class website, and my creations. So I'll start off with my research paper. I'm going to write mine about technology, how it impacted in the high school math. So here's my literature review. Pretty much just talking about how technology in the math classroom can have an impact on student engagement and student achievement. Here is the technology I've used in the classroom. Kahoot is a great way to assess, and kids really love it. I usually do it for review days before tests. They really get into it, and it's great for formative assessment. TI Inspire is the new calculator made by Texas Instruments. We have a class set here that I get to take and use every day, so I've incorporated a lot of that into my daily lessons. Prezi is a great presentation tool. It's kind of like PowerPoint, but taking it to the next level. I had my students make Prezis this year for our first project at the beginning of the school. We have Promethean smartboards here. I love using my smartboard. I don't know what I would do without it. I love having the notes already made for the kids and they can print them out ahead of time. It just makes life a lot easier. TI Navigator, I don't have one currently, but at Fitzgerald, I had one. It's a system that makes all the calculators wireless, and students can submit answers to me. I can send stuff out to them. I can send files, data. It just makes it a lot quicker and easier rather than having students type in all this data. I can send it to them. They can download it, and it's right there. iPads. At Fraser, we're one-to-one with iPads, so I have a lot of use of how to use iPads in the classroom, whether it's through apps like Education's whiteboard apps, or even the TI Inspire on the iPad, or using Blackboard. I've used Remind 101 in the classroom, Twitter, and then here are some apps that I've incorporated into my classroom. Apps like Education's, where I can assess with that. And then I have my class website. This is what I use daily. You can check it out right here. This is what the kids go to. I post my notes on there. They can download my notes so that they don't have to write them out themselves. I post my homework answers. I have the online book. I have SAT practice. I have a daily calendar they can check to see what they missed. And I even have my student-parent contract online. That way they're not filling it out with paper. I'm not carrying around 100 pieces of paper that I'm never going to look at again. And then also I explained how I've also used Blackboard and at my previous job, and I did a little bit more rather than just having it as a place to hold stuff. I did classroom quizzes on there and online discussion boards as well. Here are some of my creations to highlight how I've used technology to create a few things for the classroom. Here is my Powtoons video for my workshop I made on the TI Inspires. Here is a Prezi that I've made to give to the kids to show them what I expected when they made their Prezis. Here's our Voki we made. Here I've included everything I had from my TI Inspire workshop, including the flyer. And then here's a paper I wrote on how to incorporate technology into schools and what to expect and how to prevent cyberbullying and how to implement all these plans. And then lastly, I included my entire technology plan around quadratics that I wrote that was completely online. Students can access notes and have online quizzes, and they can even watch videos on the notes and how to kind of teach themselves. And then lastly, I included my classroom philosophies, such as my teaching philosophy, my management philosophy, and how I incorporate literacy and math in my literacy philosophy. All is just great stuff that I am trying to sell myself to people who want to hire someone that has this technology background, and these are great artifacts I think that they should know about. One more thing I want to point out is everything, all the buttons work, everything works nice. When you go to things I've used in the classroom, you can click on it and it will take you to that link, so you can go and look at what Kahoot is and creating your own. So yeah, this is my ePortfolio, and I hope you enjoyed it.